Civic space is the heartbeat of democracy. It's the space where people speak, question, and shape their future. Across Mombasa, citizens are learning that their voices matter in the neighborhoods, in the places of worship, and in the halls of power.
Yeah, civic space is very, very important to the community because for us, when the space is free for us to engage and to communicate, then there's development, there's no fear. So that is why it is very, very important to us that we need to have a space or a community that as a young person, I can picket when I feel like there's something that the government is not doing right for me, if that is the language they want to hear.
Through the Legal Resource Foundation under the Preventing and Countering Violent Extremism Program and Civic Space, community organizations, faith leaders and human rights defenders are working to defend civic space, ensuring that citizens can speak without fear and be heard without bias. Because when people participate, society grows stronger.
Kenya is a developed country, I can say that, because of the digital and the other things. So, and that gives us a right for everyone to be heard,
At the heart of civic space are citizens, young and old, learning to participate in decisions that affect their lives. For Dixon, founder of Stretchers Youth Organization, civic engagement begins with awareness.
The gap is still there because not everybody understands their rights. Not everybody understands what the Constitution clearly states about it.
Not everyone understands their rights, especially Article 37 of the Constitution, which guarantees the right to picket and demonstrate peacefully. With support from the Legal Resource Foundation, Dixon and his team train youth on human rights, public participation, and good governance. Their goal? To make civic education simple and accessible so every citizen understands their role in democracy. Because when information flows, accountability grows.
We normally say information is power. If you are not informed, you will remain ignorant. So I think a time comes that the community need to be empowered enough to know their rights and their limitation and their responsibility.
Beyond the boardrooms and protests, civic space also lives in everyday justice. Dismas, a paralegal at Wema Justice Center, has seen what happens when that space is threatened.
My role was to see whether there were some violations which were meted against the civil societies and HRDs and even to the members of the public who had some issues before the police and even before the courts.
And were there any violations?
I found that there were some intimidations which were meted against HRDs. For instance, when they were reporting some of these cases, they were not taken promptly.
Through the Unlocking Civil Society Voices project by LRF, he and his team hold legal clinics and community forums, teaching citizens how to report violations and where to seek justice. From gender-based violence to human rights awareness, Wema Justice Center has become a safe space where the law meets compassion. Justice, after all, begins with a voice that refuses to be silenced.
We have been holding some legal clinic awareness in the community and trying to enlighten them on how they should raise their issues if there is any violation.
Civic space is not only political, it is also spiritual and social. In Mombasa, faith leaders are using their platform to protect dialogue and promote peace.
As I have said, we have the Kayas. We regard them as religious organization, the Kaya. And you know, Kaya, that's tradition and cultural, you see? So, and that's why we try to merge, especially the culture that is not against religion.
Through the Legal Resource Foundation, religious leaders like Bishop have joined hands with youth groups to bridge faith, governance, and community trust. His message is simple. When young people are guided, they become builders of peace, not voices of conflict.
One thing I tell them is not to fear, and also to also create a link, because we are linking them to the administration, and we allow them now to speak about their own feelings and their own thoughts. And I've said before, there was nothing like that.
Civic space, he says, means everyone has a right to be heard, and when people are heard, they stop feeling invisible. Through mentorship and interfaith dialogues, the church and mosque have become schools of peace, nurturing a new generation that chooses dialogue over division. From town halls to temples, from legal clinics to youth centers, the people of Mombasa are claiming their space.
What we do here with Stretchers, we complement the work of the government, because sensitizing the community, empowering the community, providing the right information to the community, basically, purely, that should be the work of the government. But we are here to complement. And again, we normally say Rome was not built just an overnight. It took time for it to be built. So if we come together, we partner together with different civil society, then it can be much more easier.
Through the Legal Resource Foundation and its partners, Civic Space is being defended one voice at a time. Because when voices are heard, communities grow stronger. Civic space is not just a right, it's the foundation of peace, justice, and progress. My voice matters. Our voices matter. These are the voices of civic space, the voices shaping the future of Mombasa.
I normally say this thing: we can't change the entire world, but we can change one individual. If we change that one individual, you change an individual, you change an individual, that's world for us.